There is almost nothing in RuneScape that makes the dopamine in your brain spike up quite like some GP, especially when there's a lot of it, and especially when it's yours. About 90% of my time on old school RuneScape is spent doing raids. I've been hopelessly addicted to both Chambers of Xeric and Theater of Blood for years. So, as someone who started raiding in early 2018 and who plays a lot of RuneScape, I've done a lot of raids and made a lot of GP. One of the most common questions I get from my Twitch viewers is, Sinferna, how much is your bank worth? Can we see it? So today, I'm gonna give you a tour of my bank that currently has a value of about 10 billion RuneScape gold pieces. I'm gonna show you exactly what not touching enough grass can do to a person. Good morning, Gillinor. Welcome to my bank video. So, about a week or two ago, I unironically sank about 18 hours of my time and my life into reorganizing my RuneScape bank. Like, I'm not even joking. I literally spent 18 hours reorganizing everything in my bank to try to make it look more aesthetically pleasing for this video. It still might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm definitely very happy with how it looks now. So yeah, I'm excited to open this bitch up and show you what's inside. So my first tab is basically just my cash stack, and then I've got my achievement diary armor and gear, and I've got some teleports, teleport jewelry, teleport staves, stuff like that. My runes. This tab basically just has everything that I use to help me get around the game and, you know, just get me from point A to B. Then in tab number 2, so I've got some food and various things that I use to charge my weapons, scales, vials of blood, stuff like that. Some bronze axes for Chambers of Xeric solos whenever I get Metadial, if you're wondering why I've got that in there. So yeah, and the rest is just my potions that I use almost on a daily basis in the game for various PVM content. Then tab number 3, so this is my pride and joy. This is my gear tab. So at the moment, I've got max gear. I've got basically all the expensive big ticket weapons in the game that I've accumulated just from over the years of, you know, PVMing, making money, and sort of upgrading my gear and armor and stuff. So yeah, sometimes I honestly just open up my bank to look at this tab. Like Sinferna from the mid 2000s and, you know, even the mid 2010s, like just the Sinferna of the past, could never ever imagine the Sinferna today having max freaking gear. Like, I remember when I first started playing old school RuneScape, I told myself that if I ever made one bill on this game, I'd be happy for life. And even that one bill back then used to feel unattainable. I never expected to get into PVM as much as I am today. Like, it's kind of wild. It's so dumb because at the end of the day, obviously it's just pixels, but I don't know. This tab just makes me really happy. This is like the tab that I spent the most time on when I was reorganizing my bank. I basically use every single thing in here, except for maybe a couple of items that I just put in there, like for the aesthetic, like the Eldritch and like the ZGS and stuff like that. How I have it organized is at the top I've got my armors, in the middle I've got sort of my weapons underneath their corresponding armor type, and then I've got boots, gloves, capes, jewelry, ammo, shields, helmets. Then the next tab is my loot tab. So at the moment it's about 100 mil. Normally I sell my loot tab every 200 mil or so ish, something around that. Fun fact, the highest that my loot tab has ever been is 1 bill. So at one point my loot tab was 1 bill. It took me over a year to get it that high. It's not that organized at the moment. I kind of just organize it a bit for this video. The higher the value of it gets, normally the more care and attention I put into making the tab look nice. Then my next tab, so tab number, what are we on now, 4, is just my noob gear, my noob weapons and stuff, Slayer stuff, which I never use anymore since I got 99 Slayer. I've got these in here. They're kind of useless. I like never use them for anything, but I guess they're kind of just in here for the aesthetic again, I guess. But yeah, this is basically just the gear that isn't cool enough to make it to the main gear tab. Next up is my skilling tab. So I've got my graceful, all my various skilling outfits, just skilling stuff really, all the currencies from different skilling mini games and stuff like that. Yeah, that's really about it. And then just some things I've achieved from skilling, like the colossal pouch from Guardians of the Rift or the fish barrel from Temple Raw, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm predominantly a PVMer, but you know, I will still skill from time to time. Then next, I've got my clue tab. It's like the saddest looking clue tab ever. That's because I never use it, but I realized that I needed a tab for just like the odd little clue things I've got laying around in my bank. And I'm sure that this tab will become bigger once I actually start doing clues. I haven't really done clues in a while. So yeah, pretty boring. Then next, I've got a tab for various currencies around the game, completionist stuff, just extra untradeable PVM drops that I've gotten. It's basically just my tab for random miscellaneous untradeable things, I guess. Like, I've got a bunch of these monkey Gregories in here, which I was debating on whether I should keep these or get rid of them. Cause like, what if Monkey Madness 3 comes out in the future and I need them then? Then what? You know how you'll be like that about some things? Like, you'll be like, oh, what if I need this in the future? So you just like keep it in your bank, even though there's probably a slim chance you'll ever need it. So that's why I've got these in here. Got my Barbarian Assault stuff in here. I used to do BA quite a lot when I was a noob, but it was like really fun to me. Yeah, an extra set of Graceful. I'm probably gonna recolor this to the black one if I ever go to Sepulcher, so that's why I've got this in here. And then last, but certainly not least, my cosmetics tab. So yeah, it's basically just my pets. Even though I'm a PVMer, I don't have a lot of pets. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pets. That's probably because even though I'm a PVMer, I only do like 2 pieces of PVM in the entire game. Chambers and TOP. So yeah, I guess I haven't grinded that many other bosses and stuff, so that's why I don't have a lot of pets, but still happy with the ones I've got. I've got both dusted raids pets, which is really nice. These were longtime goals of mine, which I was really happy to get. And then I've just got some random Fashionscape stuff that I never really use, but it's just in here. If I'm ever feeling like goofy at a bank or something, I just want to dress up or something, you know, I just got it in here. That is about it. Pretty straightforward. I know in the title it says 10 bill, but like literally a day before I filmed this, I got a duo scythe split. Which has put up the value of my bank by close to 300 mil, which is kind of cool. I'm just gonna keep 10 bill in the title, fuck it. But as it stands, I've actually got about 10.5 bill if I include the 135 mil GP that I've got lent out at the moment. Hopefully that number will go up when Raids 3 comes out, because I plan on grinding that shit. And I'm gonna be streaming every moment of it on twitch.tv, so follow me on there if you wanna catch one of my streams. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do lots of Raids 3 on release. So the plan up until Raids 3 is hopefully just to make a little bit more money so that I can afford Raids 3 items. And I want to max. I'm only like 37 levels away from max cape, so I want to get that out of the way as well, knock that out. So yeah, just really looking forward to the release of Raids 3. I've actually heard from a couple of playtesters that Raids 3 is actually really fun, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah. Anyway, that is the end of this video. I'll catch y'all later. Take care.